Hey guys, a bit of an impromptu video here. I just wanted to talk about this image. Now this is a tweet or whatever, or a Reddit post I think. Sorry, yeah, it's a Reddit post. So much painting ahead of me, any tips? Caught the chaos itch and can't stop buying more. And here we can see this very impressive horde of chaos models. And we are looking at quite possibly the cost of a small car. Like, you could probably buy a small second-hand car for how much money is represented here. Now, before I go any further, I want to preface this with I have no problem with anyone buying what they want in this hobby. We all have our own personal kind of value assignments on things. For me personally, certain things, once they hit a certain price, I just go to myself, I can't justify buying that anymore. And anything over that price, if I look at a bottle of drink or something and it goes over like £1, I'm like, that's too expensive. Why is that more than that? It's probably because those are the prices I experienced when I was growing up, that sort of thing. This, to me, is a waste. Because all he's done here for me is, if this was me, is made his task infinitely harder. Now, I haven't got a problem with someone starting a new army. I have a dozen heresy armies. We know that I have a problem when it comes to this. We all know that I have a problem with, sticking with one project. And I have too many Mark 6 Marines because I buy too many models. But what I try to do is I try to buy a kit and finish it. Because I've had these 3 boxes basically, well, it's been over a year now. I've still got 1 2/3 of an Age of Darkness box to get through, and it's just because it's become such an unsurmountable mountain in front of me that I'm struggling to get over it. And then I keep buying new stuff on top of it, or I kept buying new stuff on top of it. I've managed to restrict myself, but I still have picked up from time to time the odd bargain that I've come across. But it's not just this image. So I don't want to have a go at this user. I don't want anyone reaching out to this user and having a go at them or calling them out on this. If this user has the disposable income to do this, this is absolutely fine. But I see images like this far too often. I see people buying, we get a new release like the new Knight. Come the 12th, when that's actually released, I'm fully expecting on the hobby groups on Facebook, which is the only reason to use Facebook anymore, to come onto those hobby groups and see, probably not the 12th because, release day, probably 15th, whenever they get these items. But I'm fully expecting to see someone posting an image of 3 of them. Just 3 boxes. Not 3 models, just the 3 boxes. And it's that I have a problem with. Why are you posting just the boxes? What are you getting from this? What are we gaining as a community from this? Because all I'm seeing here is the amount of money you've spent. And congratulations if you were attempting to humble brag over how much stuff you've bought. Congratulations, you've done it. Yes, you have spent a fortune during one of the worst economic downturns the world has seen in 100 years. Congratulations, yes, you have spent loads of money on plastic toys. Well done. And there's a lot of people out there who are going to look at that with nothing but jealousy in their eyes. Do you know what I'd rather see? I'd rather see a post from someone going, I managed to scrape together enough money to buy this. It's the first one I've had. I don't know, some kid who's saved up. You give me a post where a kid's like, I mow lawns so I could have, or I washed cars so I could afford to buy this new Knight Atropos or whatever. That's more impressive. That I'd quite happily see. and support. But this is someone flexing their credit card. That's all it is. And even if this person has spent months collecting all of this, why haven't they built or painted any of it? Those nights are going to take 20 hours to paint. You know? Less if they've got an airbrush. 6 Space Marine bikes. Yeah. You know, that's a couple of evenings' work. I mean, looking at the shadows, that's probably a layer upon a layer of stuff, so I'm thinking there's probably double those boxes underneath them. So possibly 20 Raptors. You've got 15 Terminators. I mean, just, yeah. 2 combat patrols. It's... I don't want to say it's greed, because it's not greed. It's just too much. And this is the thing we have in the hobby. A big problem we have in the hobby. Where, you know, these people are just coming out onto social media and that's it. We're just spending money. Why? You know, why is our hobby collecting, painting and playing a wargame, or is our hobby just, you know, spending our money? Does this annoy anyone else? Does anyone else get sick and tired of just seeing people gloating over, you know, stacks of boxes? I mean, I get, like, if someone takes a photo and goes, "This is my pile of shame," sort of thing, and as it's I've let it get away from me. I get that. That's completely different. But, and someone posting all the models they've built, you know, those pictures you see of that, God, who was it? I can't remember. I think it might be Mini Wargaming Tim or something, or Mini Wargaming Dave or whatever. With that, just like, literally like 30 square foot of demons or chaos or something, and it was literally like 250,000 points of models. That's fine, because you're showing off something you've accomplished. And that's... I'm happy when people post models they've finished, models they've completed, and stuff they've worked on. But posting just the boxes, you know, what's next? You know, are we just going to start posting the receipts? Just like, hey, check out what I spent. And I've done it in the past. You know, I've posted up pictures of you know, your order has been confirmed page of Forge World, because I don't order stuff from Forge World very often, so it's you know, it's nice to share and go, oh look, you know, I finally splashed out and bought some of these parts to share with your community. But I see this way too often. Let me know what you think. I don't know, I just, maybe this is just a problem that I suffer from. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I have no problem with someone buying models if they can afford it. This isn't a jealousy thing, but it kind of is. I am broke at the moment. Yeah, this isn't like someone's got something that I don't. I've got more than enough to paint at the moment. I got more than enough to get through. I could probably get to the end of the year without ever spending another penny on anything, like hobby-wise, and paint every day. But this excess, like I said, if this guy had bought this, all of these models, one by one, painted every single one before buying the next one, I'd have no problem. It wouldn't even occur to me as an issue. I think this sort of thing started when the jet bikes dropped for me, when the Sky Hunter jet bikes, and we were struggling with stock issues, and you were seeing people posting pictures of them with 6 or 7 boxes of them, and that just blew my mind. Does this bother anyone else, or is it? Let me know. I don't know if you saw the update earlier. YouTube seems to be hiding some comments at the moment. There seems to be no rhyme or reason behind it. I can find them, but I have to go looking for them rather than being shown up. So if I miss any, I apologise. My new airbrush compressor has now arrived. I finally managed to source one that I could afford, which is great. And unfortunately, the live stream I promised for Friday is not going to happen. A family member has come down, or who has cancer, unfortunately, has taken a turn for the worst, and I'm going up to see him on Friday to spend some time with him. So I apologise, guys, but obviously, you know, those sorts of things do take priority. I will try to arrange to try and do the first live stream at some point after that. Yeah, I'll be doing a big hobby video at some point once I can get the camera set up properly. Ladies, gentlemen, and Swedes, I always love you all. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Bando. This is Brexit Bando. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.